Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm King Sway, and welcome back to King Sway Entertainment. Today, we're still continuing the adventures of Fallout 4. Uh, I do kind of want to talk a little bit about the factions, though. Was it the Minutemen, the Railroad, the Institute, and the Brotherhood of Steel? Now, flat out, full on, first and foremost, I'm going to say the Brotherhood of Steel can eat my balls.
Freeze. One more step and I'll blow your damn head off. Who are you? Who sent you? How did you get in here?
Calm down. I'm just here to talk.
Well,
No.
that sucked. I
I can't
failed.
trust you. I can't trust you.
I wanted to talk to him, but this is my baby Evangeline number 3. First, I'm going to take that. Then we're going to use Boomstick. And pop goes Paladin Brandis. But
Bingo.
the Minutemen, in my personal opinion, the way I rate them is the Minutemen number 1, the Railroad number 2, and then I don't even want to put the other 2 factions on the list, but I would say the Brotherhood of Steel number 3, and then the Institute being number 4. The reason I put the Minutemen at the top, being my personal thing for them being the best faction, is they're actually trying to help people. They're not trying to rule over people like the way the Brotherhood of Steel is. There's missions in here when you join the Brotherhood of Steel. They flat out say, "Nah, you're going to give us your crops. You're going to give us a portion of your crops, so that we can continue." And we are not asking for your donation. We're telling you you're going to give us, so we can continue. I'm like that, and taking consideration their technological advantage over your average person. The Brotherhood of Steel is known for having power armor. So they come in with power armor and heavy weapons, and you in your farming settlement with, as far as Fallout 4 goes, a lot of people have pipe guns. I guess, to indicate that they're scrawny and whatnot. You and your weapons that don't match up to them, that can't scratch their power armor, can't dent it. What do you want to do other than fold? You have a choice. It's never such thing as you don't have a choice. You have a choice. You either fold or you probably end up going to be dead. But most people don't want to end up dead, so they feel as though they don't have a choice. So they fold. They like, all right, we'll give you some of our crops because we can always grow new crops and we'll find a way to survive as opposed to just being dead. You can't fix dead. Now, the Brotherhood, or no, rather, the Minutemen. Like I said, they're actually out there trying to help people. And what got me, I don't want to say what pisses me off, but what got me is they were just cast to the side. In a game, you do missions, and it's flat out states that during the last hours of the Minutemen, there are squads that just didn't show up because they couldn't be bothered. Like with Quincy, they got called to defend Quincy, and only Preston's people showed up, and a lot of people died because of the Gunners. The Gunners are a paramilitary faction, paramilitary group that they're mercs, and they're trained just like the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm not saying they might actually be able to give it in quick touch and go missions, in quick touch and go strategy. They could give the Brotherhood of Steel a run for their money. They know the Commonwealth better than the Brotherhood of Steel, and they can get in and out. And they have access to power armor and technology as well. So they would actually be able to give the Brotherhood of Steel a run for their money. The Brotherhood of Steel would end up having to indiscriminately kill people, raining down on them to get rid of I was about to call them Talent Company. The Gunners. Talent Company is from Resident. I was about to say Resident Evil, from Fallout 3. If you're a good guy, you garner good karma. You get the Talent Company on you because somebody really doesn't like the fact that you're a good guy. And Fallout 3, if you're a bad guy, you rack up a bunch of bad karma. You get the regulators on your spot on your side. Now, I usually rack up good karma and always end up with Talent Company on me. I join the regulators just so that for every ear you collect that belongs to a raider, they give you money. That doesn't sound like a bad deal to me. But going along with, as I was saying, the Minutemen are trying to help. They aren't in anything for themselves. They want to see the Commonwealth prosper. They want civilization to prosper. They want people to be able to decide for themselves and feel safe. It's like a neighborhood watch on steroids, if you want to think about it. And I love it because if they were to do something like the Brotherhood of Steel, and what I mean, like I said, the Brotherhood of Steel will take your crops, but if they do something like they have farms and things, and then they get people to add donations, as well as manpower, people joining up, that would be one hell of a faction. Boom. Lost an arm and a leg. The railroad, while being somewhat altruistic, they are helping, but they only focus on synths. They don't care about the regular people. Don't get me wrong, I do see synths as people. If you take the time to consider that they are cybernetic organisms that they start off as robots, but they got skin and bone and whatnot grafted all over the endoskeletal frame. So that does make them a person. That make them, because they're a cyborg. They're no different. They remind me of the T-500 series, if I remember correctly, from Terminator. The original Arnold Schwarzenegger character. And he was still considered the Skynet didn't consider them people. Skynet used those cyborgs the way the Institute uses the synths. But I make a point to liken them to the T-500 series because bare frame endoskeletal stuff that can help with the muscle and skin grafting and everything. You're a cyborg, and to be a cyborg, you have to have organic components. And to have organic components, you still need to be some kind of person. Just because you weren't born, instead you were made at a lab, doesn't make you any less of a person. And this is me going off my personal opinions. I'm not trying to get too deep and philosophical into this, but yeah, they're trying to help. The railroad is trying to help the synths, but that's all they're trying to help. They're looking only at the synths. They're only looking at trying to save them. And actually, in helping the synths, sometimes I feel as though they're hurting them. What I mean by that is the memory den that's in Good Neighbor. Fuck you, chick. Erases their memories and gives them new ones, just like the Institute does when they're infiltrating something. Boom.
Arcs, Farah, 9-5. Our unit has sustained casualties, and we're running low on supplies.
But once I have a life and I establish these memories and everything, oh, I fucked him up. I shouldn't have to erase my memories just to try and figure out that, or try and stay off your radar, because the coursers come and collect them. And the coursers, there's the Far Harbor DLC. I played it in the original. I'm not playing it this time. I doubt I will, because like I said, I'm staying to the original plot this time and doing all the DLC on my or like the side missions on my own. Hence why I jumped from like level 4 to level 60. There's a courser who decided to stop being a courser. She works with a synth called Dima, who they have a little plot on Far Harbor that they help synths, and these people know their synths, and there's a point where you can actually go, hey, let's team up with the railroad. The railroad actually does try to do something. They don't care that it's not them, just them helping the synths, or not just them getting a credit, which is to their credit. Like, they just want to help the synths. But like I said, they only want to help synths.
I prefer to keep my business to myself.
Then, if there's nothing left,
Bruh, I got power armor, you got power armor, and I'm coming with more sophisticated tech than you.
Dance.
Have you decided to cooperate and tell me what brought you here?
Before I answer, will you tell me who you are?
In due time. If you want to remain in our compound, I suggest you answer my question first.
I'm just trying to survive out here, like everyone else.
I'm just trying to survive out here, man.
Engage those ferals?
I'm just trying to
I
survive.
find that a bit difficult to believe. Are you from a local settlement?
Do all these questions really matter? After all, I help you fight those.
You're asking too many
Fair
questions.
point. If I appear suspicious, it's because our mission here has been difficult. Since the moment we arrived,
And this actually proves the point
we've been
that
constantly under fire. If you want to continue pitching in, we could use an extra gun on our
for
side.
the power armor, you would actually need to get in it and then
That all depends. How
put the
much
helmet
you
on.
pay.
So you're a mercenary.
That's right, hire me, punk.
Fine. You help us, and I'll see you're compensated for your service.
Codsworth, why you just like that? You a hater, Codsworth.
Scribe Halen and Knight Reese.
But yeah, as I was saying,
But I'm down a man in our supplies.
The-
I've been trying to send a distress.
the railroad don't want to help anybody but the synths. They don't care about anybody but the synths. And actually, what they could be doing is trying to
Proceed, Halen.
defend
Bought a
settlements
radio tower on the roof
and
of the
help
police
ease
station,
tensions between humans
but
and
I'm
synths,
afraid it just isn't enough.
and
Need
insert
something
synths into
that will
regular
boost the
society
signal.
Our target is
so that they have
Arctic,
spaces
and it
and not
contains
have to get
the
their memories
technology
wiped.
we need, the deep range transmitter. We
Um,
infiltrate the facility, secure the transmitter, and bring it back here.
Brotherhood of Steel.
What do you say? You willing
On to the
lend
third
Brotherhood
faction.
of Steel a hand?
As you see, the irony of me doing me talking about the Brotherhood of Steel and factions, as we got Brotherhood of Steel in front of us. They're dicks. In 3, they were the good guys. They were
Yes, sir.
brought up by Elder Lions in the Capital Wastes, and then
All right, civilian.
that stopped being a thing because Elder Lions died,
Into the police station and resupply
and then his daughter Sarah Lions died. So Lions Pride was end up being no more.
All right.
Maxon
Let's
was
go.
actually in Fallout 3, and he was a little kid then, just like McCready. But with the death of Lions, like, they stopped. There was a splinter faction. I don't remember what the Splinter faction was, because the Brotherhood of Steel just wants to control technology because they feel in the hands of regular civilians it's too much, which I do not agree with.
Excuse me.
Because who are you to say what's too much for me? Like, who are you to strip my freedom away? I didn't give you that authority. And if I didn't give you that authority and you trying to force your hand on me, that's called oppression. So when the Brotherhood of Steel and the Capital Wastes actually starts helping people, they're doing Project Purity, and they're working with people to help try and secure and make the Capital Waste a safer place. When Lyons dies, when both Lyons dies, the Elder Lyons and his daughter, Maxon takes over that particular faction, that particular chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel, and gets them back to just collecting and controlling technology, which is a dick move, because they feel as though if you didn't come from, if you ain't one of them, you're dumb, or you're dumb and you're useless. You have no purpose, which is, again, I feel is hypocritical and stupid, because as I said earlier in the video, the Gunners reflect the Brotherhood, what the Brotherhood of Steel can do pretty well. And I say that because they have power armor, they have military technology, they have lasers and whatnot. I think I said it in the last video. Whenever I need weapons and ammunition, and I want to get armor and stuff for my settlements, I hit up gunner camps. I kill them, and then I take their armor and everything, and then that's what I outfit my settlements in. Because that armor actually, just like it helps the gunners, it helps the helps you. It helps the settlement people. Now, what as the what's the word for it? Not the railroad, the Minutemen, with me helping with the settlements, and I'm outfitting all the settlements with military gear. One, I would like to say that would actually be the proclamation, a declaration of war, because I keep hitting your factions up. I keep hitting your spot. You're going to have to do something about it sooner or later. But if everybody's geared up and they know how to defend themselves, you would actually have to hit. You have to do a concentrated attack to overwhelm settlements, or have to hit everybody at once so that they can't coordinate. Now, with you having the Brotherhood, I said Brotherhood still, with Gunner Tech and Minutemen there to help, that would be one hell of a problem. And that harkens back to the Minutemen to begin with, and how helping them would actually help the Commonwealth. The Brotherhood of Steel ain't trying to do that. As I said, there's points in here where you have to strong arm farms and settlements for rations and whatnot, just to help keep them going. Which, me personally, doesn't sit right with me. But I do choose like the bad guy options every once in a while, just to see where the dialogue goes. But something like that don't sit right with me. If they're not willing to give to you, it must mean because they don't believe in your cause. And if they don't believe in your cause, what's that say about your cause? You're not trying to help. You're trying to overpower and oppress. You're trying to subjugate. So, yeah, the Brotherhood of Steel is actually no good for the Commonwealth. And one of the things I like about the Minutemen is if you outfit all of your settlements with artillery, there's an option later on when you're fighting the Pridwen to just lay into it with artillery fire from all of your settlements. So what I probably plan on doing is taking with the Brotherhood of Steel, and once the Pridwen shows up, attacking all their places, and then trying to get in good with them. So that I, just like I did with the Gunners, I'm going to do with the Brotherhood of Steel, taking power armor and stuff like that. I've got like 15 suits of power armor, and I don't. It's been so long since I played, and I haven't looked this up. I don't know if power cores run out for suits on NPCs. I assume they do because they run out for me, but if it's an NPC and you get them with just like 2 rounds of ammunition, they can fire forever. If you give them, but if that is a person that's your companion, then things start running out. That's why I don't know. And I found that out the hard way. Their weapons, the stuff that they start with, is infinite. They can fire with that, but whatever you give them has to be maintained. Because I have McCready, and he's got a big old charged laser rifle, and you got to keep him with fusion cells to. Oh snap! Didn't see that, and I said snap. To keep the weapon running. Oh, I didn't even talk about the Institute. What's there to say about the Institute? They're dicks. Full on, flat out, up and down, round and round, they're dicks. There's so many inconsistencies with it. Like, it's not that funny to me. It is, but it's not. Because when Father, your son, becomes director of the Institute, he doesn't automatically bring you in. He goes, hey, let me release him and see what happens. He says, I just wanted to see if you come looking for me. That I can understand. That's something that I think will weigh in on any person's mind. Would they come looking for me if they knew I was out there? If they thought I was still out there? But he keeps saying he's like the Institute is mankind's best point, mankind's best hope. No, they're not. They only care about themselves. They only consider themselves mankind. They keep saying that they don't want anything to do with the surface world, as they're holed up in the CIT ruins, but they keep fucking with stuff in the surface world. They put sense in there to infiltrate places. They, like Mayor McDonough for Diamond City, and the Warwick head for Warwick Homestead. There was a point where the Commonwealth tried to come together to form a government, and the Institute went in, and the story is a synth went mad and killed everybody, all the representatives. father kind of brushes that off and was like, "Yo, we tried to help.
Follow me.
Did you try to help, or did you want what you want? And then if you didn't get what you wanted, you just shot everybody like that." For all them being scientists and eggheads, that's really fucking childish. And you brushing off like, nah, that wasn't us, because he keeps saying how the atrocities of the people that you cavort with, like what atrocities have they committed, and and you're still with them. So how are you going to hold me accountable, and you're not holding them accountable? Which is funny because he's not holding himself accountable for the things that he's done. If they really wanted to, they could have helped the Commonwealth with their technology. They don't want to. They want control. Despite what they say, they want control. On top of that, you have, if they wanted to be left alone, they would have been left alone. Make sure I hit the right people. Look, he's flying. He's flying. Where's his arm? Boom. I prefer to use robots. I don't have the Mechanist DLC. I did in my original playthrough. I don't now. Because I'd have turned Codsworth into like an Assaultron or something.
The first team's mission was a huge success. They came back with crates full of pre-war artifacts and historical documents. The second wasn't so fortunate. Shortly
But
after they arrived,
I prefer the robots because
they haven't been heard
they
from.
come with their own gear. All you gotta do is just take everything you put in. You don't have to like pick and choose and
Target from the moment we arrived.
loop around certain things like you do with humans or or with Strong with the organics.
We may have a now we do it in the Brotherhood.
Well, okay, I'm gonna defend Oberlin Station. Yeah, gotta shoot some people. Defense. They should be good.
Huh?
Most people here should have lasers. And I keep, as you can see, I keep turrets around. But where's the so-called threat? How'd I get here before the threat? I'm supposed to help you help and defend. But yeah, basically, Father's a hypocrite. If you're not interested in what's going on in the surface world, why are you replacing people? What experiments do you need to do that involve you replacing people? What? Why can't you just have a plot of land somewhere and mind your business? For whatever experiment you need to do. Alright, it said defend this place.
One that ends without an empty stomach.
Bang, bang, baby. Bang, bang.
That was some luck.
Good pickings.
Well, he's dead.
Look alive.
Don't ball. But yeah, thanks for listening for that half hour. That first half hour. About the factions, my little ramblings, and why I think they're good or bad. I turned Codsworth into one of those, but I'm not sure he'd like it.
Sir? Of course.
Sure that's what's taking with us?
All right, that was quite long enough. Let's get back to me rambling and running my effing mouth. Dance, dance. Where are you at, you big bitch? Dance, dance. What's funny is he changes once he finds out he's a synth. Yeah, I just realized something. It's been years. You don't know that yet?
Understood.
This is
Not my first rodeo,
I
bitch.
understand that. I'm simply offering valuable tactical advice. You'd do well to listen. Remember, our primary target
Again,
is the deep-range
you're in
transport.
power armor.
Stay
I'm in
focused
power
and check
armor.
your fire.
My armor is more advanced than yours. You got the T-45s. I've got an X1. Let the mission begin.
It was corporations like this that put the last nail in the coffin for mankind. They exploited technology for their own gains, pocketing the cash and ignoring the damage.
Don't you just love when I reload and that 9.99 never moves?
Look at these wrecks.
I do.
It appears as though the facility's automated security You're making a foolishly hasty assessment. Look at the evidence. There isn't a single spent ammunition casing or drop of blood in sight. These robots were assaulted by Institute synths.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was wrong. The T-60 is a T-60 model.
It sounds like you're scared.
Because
Since
it just said it up close on his chest.
Between being frightened and being prepared. Now, let's move out.
So that's the one right before the X1. But first, I'm grabbing up the goodies. Ooh la la, ooh la la.
I'll have to mark this place for sweep and retrieve.
How's that T-60 though? The chest doesn't look right.
Looks like a dead end. See if you can find a way to get that door.
Douglas Yancey Funny. Yes, I said Douglas Yancey Funny. From Doug. Originally from Nickelodeon, but then it was bought by Disney. Used to like that show. Like a lot of the old stuff that they played on Nickelodeon. Kablam is something we watch on Paramount with my kids. They love it. I like it. It's been over 30 years. 20 some odd 30 years and I still like it. That should tell you how entertaining that stuff actually was. My favorite show is Are You Afraid of the Dark? I keep forgetting about that. I just so happen to have. Had some levels ready to be like, yeah, you know, yeah, we're good. Now I can use it. With the power of editing magic, we've now got the door unlocked.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And that is why I love Boomstick. You see her, she just blows everybody apart. Boomstick, boom, 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 stick. Boomstick blows you up. Bitch, bitch, boom, stick, boom, 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 stick. Don't mind me. Just gonna loot this place right here. Man, dance if you don't move the hell out of the way. So you just wanna let them run up? Yeah. Pump.
Remain vigilant.
That's behind me. Now, he's no more. Because we collect all the goodies. All the goodies. Got it.
Damn synths have compromised most of the facility. Remain vigilant. We've got turrets ahead.
Open sesame. Where? Bitch, where? Oh, there. Got him. Shoot me, do you know who I am? I'm Dollar Bill. That's over there. Bank. I'll get back to you later. I got the song stuck in my head. Nelly Furtado, Timberland and Justin Timberlake. What was it like? Give it to me or some nuts type deal thing. I get a half a mil for my beat, you get a couple grand. I'm a real producer and you is just a piano man. I was off beat with the last part, but you get what I'm saying. I'm getting shot. Ooh, somebody got their hands chopped off. Oh, it left marks too. What's good, homeboy? What's good? I still use, well, I shouldn't say use. I still have Rosa in my inventory. My plasma rifle, my plasma pistol. I don't even use her. I might have to put her down. I got a laser pistol called Blast because I had all the pistol perks and Blast was doing hecka damage. Yes, I said hecka instead of hella. But I got the rifle perks and stuff now and then heavy gunner perks. So Evangeline doesn't do the best damage, but she's more of precision, where I can use her during a firefight with defending someone. Boomstick is everybody in front of me gotta die. Priscilla just, she's death from afar. And I love it. And I love it, yeah. And I love it.
Engine cores ahead. Should be our final stop.
Move, Dance. Move, punk. Get out the way. Get out the way, punk. Get out the way.
Watch your footing.
Because we has to chase the place first. Chasing place. So that's alright.
Scout the maintenance area off of me. I'll remain here. Watch our backs.
Okay, so we fix that. So first we're gonna look around, see what we can find. Ooh, junk jet.
Excellent.
And this is why we always look around. Look around. Look around. Oh yeah, look around. Look around. Got it.
Sweet.
Oh, not doing that switchbreaker. Should I? Should I? I should. And voila, here we go. Start that shit. Home, start that shit. Start that shit. Home's
Engine
blast.
core power
Blast.
restored. Thermal engine fueled, primed, and standing by for your command. Command accepted. Commencing 5-second countdown. 5,
Nah, we about to get out there.
4,
We can't let him have all the fun. I want the XP.
2,
There we go. And they just dropping in. Literally just dropping in. Like, oh, snaps.
firing.
Alright, this time when we get the F up out of here. We're on fire! Earth, wind, and fire. Codsworth is down. Dance is probably
Test
sitting
firing
there with his stupid
completed
ass.
with an efficiency rating of
Yep.
96.7%.
I think the next episode I'm going to talk about AOL chat and text based RP role playing. I used to do it a lot. I started a long time ago, but life stopped me when I was in my older 20s, like 20 some odd 30. And then I found out AOL wasn't really a thing anymore. So I was like, oh wait, shit. So now we just have forums, and it's not the same. I mean, it's close, but it ain't the same. I used to piss a lot of people off with just basic stuff, loopholes and things like that in animes. And just basic, I want to feel as though it's basic common sense. Like, one of my favorite things to roleplay was Star Wars, but I had an unconventional character. He was like a mercenary that had force powers, but think Snake Eyes with force powers. And he could go invisible. I used proxies, Holotech, to blend into stuff. Some people got mad, but I'm like, since it's in the game, that game is canon to the story. What I'm doing is canon. You just don't want to hear that shit.
Let's go.
So that, and yeah, screw y'all. As I say, screw y'all, he gets in. I had solid blades, and the reason I had solid blades is because you can turn a lightsaber off. You can't turn a solid blade off, so I would wrap my blades in telekinetic energy to, it's called force weapon now, but I would wrap my weapon in telekinetic energy to be able to block lightsabers. Oh, missed you. Didn't miss you that time, punk. But one of the things I would do is I would focus on your lightsaber and your hand, and I'd force crush the grip, so that the lightsaber would go off, and you actually need to take a second to turn it back on. But by the time you took a second to turn it on, I was already striking to cut you down. And a lot of people didn't like that. And I'm sitting there like, that's not my fault. You didn't think about it. It actually changes the point of combat. It's no different than the original lightsabers. The original lightsaber had a battery pack, a power pack rather, and with a cord that went up to the handle, the grip. That then, when they turned it on, became the original. And one of the things with the combat with that is they try to cut your cord so that you couldn't do it. And I felt it was no different. But you always got somebody trying to be a purist and gatekeeping and whatnot. If it's not exactly the way they envision things, it's wrong. So.
Going up.
I've been yapping long enough. I'm tired. Listen. I want to thank you for hanging out with me. If you're new to the channel, hit the like, subscribe button, hit the notification button, and the bell. It means
The bunker looks clear.
ever so much to me, not just me, to everybody here in the Sway household. It's free for you. It's a little thing for you, but like I said, it means everything else because it actually pushes the video out so that we get to entertain a broader audience. Down in the description below will be links to my my merch shop with Etsy, the books I have published on Amazon,
However,
and it will also have a link to my Patreon if you want to help me out and support me in a more personal way. Anybody that subscribes to the Patreon, I will put up in
It's a refreshing change to work
a
with
rolling
civilian
credit
who can follow orders properly.
from then on in, and it has its perks. I'll also do get when I get the time, and I'll do giveaways. I'm also working on getting on a Discord, and so we can have our own Discord channel and then a private Discord channel for the Patreon members.
It's my own personal modification.
In the meantime, between time, I'm always with these peace
May it
signs.
serve you well in battle.
Fuck Dance and his little laser. But I'm King Sway, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Thanks again for hanging out.
This isn't the only weapon at my disposal. Brotherhood soldiers always carry a backup. Now, as far as the second matter goes, I wanted to make you a proposal. We had a lot thrown at us back there. Our op could have ended in disaster, but you kept your cool and handled it like a soldier. There's no doubt in my mind that you've got what it takes. The way I see it, you've got a choice. You could spend the rest of your life wandering from place to place, trading an extra hand for a meager reward. Or you could join the Brotherhood of Steel and make your mark on the world. So, what do you say?
I don't know.
There's a lot to take into consideration.
It's a big decision, so I understand your hesitation. If you decide you want to become one of us, you know where we are. Good luck.